60. All right.
You know, the black was as slimming as it could have been, the shirt, I mean, you know.
I'm already in trouble with enough famous people this week. Okay, I don't need.
We got to get out of here. For Brendan Schaub, that's Brian Campbell. I'm Luke Thomas. We thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow at the fights.
Somebody's taking an L, Luke, okay? Somebody's going to come away with big-time bragging rights. We've never seen an event like this before.
Is it going to be mayhem? Is it going to be mystery?
All the jokes and got your head aside. You got to box this man, Floyd Mayweather.
Yes, sir.
Do you brawl him? Do you attack him? How do you make up that difference?
Fight my heart out.
Floyd is a career welterweight, but he's fighting a guy who could be 40 to 50 pounds heavier, who's 6 inches taller. The reach is 4 inches longer. The age is 18 years younger.
I don't worry about size, height, arm length, weight. Floyd Mayweather, I'm the best. That's what I do.
I love this. This is me in my element. Like, this is what I came out to Hollywood to do when I started making videos on YouTube.
I'm fighting a YouTuber who thinks he's a real fighter.
It doesn't matter who you are, and it doesn't matter who your opponent is. If they throw a hard enough punch and if it lands, it counts.
We're going to beat Floyd in his own game.
Anything can happen.
So we'll just see.
Bragging Rights, Sunday, June 6th, live on pay-per-view.
Excuse me, Mav Athletics. Or should I say, Mav Athletics? We don't f with vowels, bro.
One hit.
He's
gonna be hurt.
Bro, I am
He's gonna
Ivan
get
Drago, I am Apollo Creed, I am Rocky. I'm all of them in one person.
Milk. I'm taking this man down.
About to look Floyd in his beady little eyes one last time before the big moment tomorrow night. First things first, guys, this video is sponsored by Current. You know that banks are lame, old, and outdated, like Floyd Mayweather. Current, however, is new, cool, and changing the game, like me. They're building tech that banks should have built us a long time ago so that we can live our lives and win boxing matches. Current and I are gonna be giving away $10,000 to you guys. Just sign up with my code, Logan, just my name, for a chance to win $500 during my fight. Current, I love you guys. Thank you for sponsoring me for this fight. Back to the video, time to make this weight.
Talk to me nice, on my dogs to my right. High beams on, you get lost in them lights. East side cruising, I skirt off in the night.
Well, fans, here we go. The acclaimed worldwide social media sensation. Here is the multi-talented Logan, the Maverick Paul. Floyd Money Mayweather. 189.5 pounds, 189.5 pounds for Logan, the Maverick Paul. 155 even pounds for Floyd Money Mayweather, 155 pounds. And there they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's showtime! The main event of the evening, Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul. 8 rounds of boxing in an exhibition, brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, Fan Meal, Mav Athletics, and Showtime Pay-Per-View.
I need noodles. No, I got you. I need noodles. All right, listen, guys, there's only one thing left to do. Tomorrow's Showtime, and it's going to be on Showtime or Fanmeo. Trust me, you do not want to miss the biggest upset in sports history ever. Everyone is going to remember this moment. The link for both of those are in the description. Jeff, is there anything else I need? I'm a boxer now. I'm not used to doing the YouTube stuff.
If you buy on Fanmeo, you get a free shirt.
Oh. You heard it here first. 8 p.m. Eastern. Gather your friends around a screen and make sure to watch. Floyd Mayweather, you made the biggest mistake of your life. Subscribe.
seen you, fucking, like, I get teary-eyed. I'm so happy. Like,
you're gonna make me cry,
dude.
We didn't win yet.
Here's the thing.
We didn't win yet.
I know, but you're doing shit that people aren't doing, you know, and it's savage. It's your fucking fight game. You don't quit, and because of that, like, you've already won 1,000,000 times. But dude, when you win this fight, fuck, I'm bawling my eyes out like a little bitch.
Save the tears for tomorrow night.
But here's the thing.
We're gonna be celebrating victory.
Savages know we are savages because we can love and we can kill equally. And you have that, and you just haven't discovered it yet.
Yes, sir.
And I fucking love you, and I'm looking forward to this win. And fuck, dude, like, nobody here knows. The closest person could be your mom. Fucking, dude.
I'm gonna get it done.
I know.
I'm gonna get it done.
Love you, man.
I love you, Pops.
Love you. Great stuff.
I'm gonna get it done, alright?
I know
you trust me?
Dude, listen, if you let go and you give everything you got, that motherfucker has no chance.
No chance.
He has no fucking chance.
Excuse me. Mav Athletics. Or should I say, Mav Athletics. We don't f with vowels, bro.
One hit.
He's
gonna be hurt.
Bro, I am.
He's gonna
I'm
get
Drago. I am Apollo Creed. I am Rocky. I'm all of them in one person. I'm taking this man down.
About to look Floyd in his beady little eyes one last time before the big moment tomorrow night. First things first, guys, this video is sponsored by Current. You know that banks are lame, old, and outdated, like Floyd Mayweather. Current, however, is new, cool, and changing the game, like me. They're building tech that banks should have built us a long time ago so that we can live our lives and win boxing matches. Current and I are gonna be giving away $10,000 to you guys. Just sign up with my code, Logan, just my name, for a chance to win $500 during my fight. Current, I love you guys. Thank you for sponsoring me for this fight. Back to the video. Time to make this weight.
Talk to me nice, all my dogs to my right. High beams on, you get lost in them lights. East side cruising, I skirt off in the night.
Well, fans, here we go. The acclaimed worldwide social media sensation. Here is the moment.
Somebody's taking an L, Luke, okay? Somebody's gonna come away with big time bragging rights. We've never seen an event like this before.
Is it going to be mayhem? Is it going to be mystery?
All the jokes and got your head aside, you got to box this man, Floyd Mayweather.
Yes, sir.
Do you brawl him? Do you attack him? How do you make up that
my
difference?
Heart out. Fight my heart out.
Floyd is a career welterweight, but he's fighting a guy who could be 40 to 50 pounds heavier, who's 6 inches taller. The reach is 4 inches longer. The age is 18 years younger.
I don't worry about size, height, arm length, weight. Floyd Mayweather, I'm the best. That's what I do.
I love this. This is me in my element. Like, this is what I came out to Hollywood to do when I started making videos on YouTube.
I'm fighting a YouTuber who thinks he's a real fighter.
It doesn't matter who you are, and it doesn't matter who your opponent is. If they throw a hard enough punch and if it lands, it counts.
We're going to beat Floyd in his own game.
Anything can happen.
So we'll just see.
Bragging Rights, Sunday, June 6th, live on pay-per-view.
Just to have some fun. You light it up. With Jay Bling, you see 100 beams. Floyd private party popping bottles with a London thing. Shout out SL, my boy D's, my bro Rilla. Shout out to Big Bull, cause I don't Rilla. Covered in green, they calling me. Covered in green, they calling me. Covered in green, they calling me. Yoda, my shooter, my soldier, got shot cause I told him. We don't do the posing, just do the exposure. We don't do the most, we just do what we supposed to. Yeah. Chills. Shells, shells, Taco Bells, shells, shells and bells, Taco Bells. I wave with my strap in the L. I wave with my strap in the L. I wave with my strap in the L.
DJ Fahad Hussein.
You know what time it is.
Finish him.
Yeah, you got that. Got that. Yeah. Yeah, babe. Yeah, babe. In the morning all
With my dogs in the night.
Give it up one more time for the Mob House, y'all. Get it one more time for the Mob House. We're gonna keep the show moving. We're gonna keep ramping it up. We're gonna keep ratcheting it up. Coming to the stage right now, another amazing performer. And let me tell you something, y'all. We're gonna keep bringing that energy up, though, because we in Miami. It's Saturday. It's a beautiful day. Like, we back outside again, so we need that energy. We gotta bring it up right now. Do me a favor. Get on your feet and make some noise right now for the one and only Free. Hey, let's go.
Yeah. Miami, how y'all feeling tonight? Oh, yeah. I love the energy in here. Listen, I'm going to start it off like this. All day, I'm thumbing through the money, getting paper cuts. Addy had a breeder. Shawty couldn't wait to pocket watching. Stay from around me because they hate too much. Jumping off a jet, ride a rocket, used to take the bus. Early morning, late nights, waiting up, payments up. Ivy wipe my collar, I'm tapered up, tailored up. Look at my attire, they afraid of us. They labeled us, red dot, ain't no recording, they yellow tape them up. DJ, let's drop that flawless. Hard Rock Casino. If y'all came out looking flawless tonight, I'ma need y'all to turn up with me with this one. I go by the name of Free A. I came straight from Toronto to vibe with y'all. So let's vibe.
Shreezy on the beat though.
Diamonds on flawless, big rock. Hunters in the harvest. Tell a nigga cautious. I can put you on knowledge. Everything large. I've been hustling the hardest. Young and I'm exhausted, but my neck stay frosted. Let's go. My niggas ain't going for none. I'ma get a word, it's done. I've been up early more. I'ma say the word is gone. Diamonds ain't no facade. Diamonds in my heart more. My niggas ain't going for none. I'ma get a word, it's done. Let's go. Diamonds on flawless. Okay. Hunters in the harvest. Hey, hunters in the harvest. All I wanna be honest. Okay. Niggas know I'm on it. I got 100s in my harness. Hey, ain't no game, no retarded. No, but I got it so astonished. Whoa, no, I graduated college. Hey, I'm an educated scholar. Sorry, I ain't got no time for your baby girl. Baby, I ain't not a father. Whoa, got the money on my line on the phone, not a time. I just got another offer. Yeah, flip flop Gucci collar. 1, 2, hey. I just want that in invest. I just want cash on the check. Hundreds all up in my sweat. I just came back from Quebec. What? Honestly, I ain't impressed. Honestly, I must confess. Hundreds all up in my chest. BB's all up in my sweat. Hey, CC all up in the breast. GG on me to protect. Hundreds I want it, no less. I just want second invest. Hard Rock Casino. If y'all feeling flawless tonight, turn up with me. Diamonds on flawless, big rock. Hunters in the harvest. Tell a nigga cautious. I can put you on knowledge. Everything large. I've been hustling the hardest. Young and I'm exhausted, but my neck stay frosted. Let's go. My niggas ain't going for none. Let's go. I'ma get a word, it's done. I've been up early morning. I'ma say the word is gone. Diamonds ain't no facade. Diamonds in my heart more. My niggas ain't going for none. I'ma get a word, it's done. Hold on. Listen, y'all looking beautiful today. Y'all looking like you got good energy today. We gonna end this off right here with a Money Team anthem. If y'all know this record, if y'all getting money, if y'all came here to celebrate and have a good time, turn up with me. DJ. Like I said, I go by the name of Free A. Straight from Toronto. I came all the way here to mess with y'all. So I'm gonna need y'all to turn up with me, alright? Hey. The power. Hey, I've been a man. Yeah. They backing me cause I'm a package man. 4 niggas, 4 straps matched up in an all black caravan. 100 more like I'm Hurricane. Repeat a bomb like it's Pakistan. Happy shit to make it fit a man. Yeah, I've been a man. Giving go and then I run it in. Ain't no circus, I be juggling. 10 toes, gotta know what I do it for. Every day I'm muzzling. Slipping while they stumbling. While I'm underground tunneling. Found the entrance, now I'm coming in. They don't wanna see me coming in. Doing 80 in a 50 zone, then I made a left on Cumberland. OT on 100 games. All these hundreds, they be falling out the sky and the winter to the summer end. See the dope die, how you mean? Now you know the whole team coming there. Now the whole team coming there. Hey, now they wanna rich. Want a lifestyle dangerous. But we only gon' grow. They be lying if they said it wouldn't change us. But we always gon' remain us. We gon' never ever change us. If y'all know the words to this, let me hear y'all say money team. We gon' never ever change up. Money, 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 money team. 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 I'ma put up on another scene. I ain't paying for no other team. Money, 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 money team. Money, 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 money team. Thank y'all, Hard Rock Casino. Appreciate y'all for having me. I go by the name of Frye. That's F-R-I-Y-I-E. Straight for Toronto, it's love.
Girl, the way you move it, got me in the trance. DJ, turn me up. Ladies, this your jam. I'm a summer Moscato, and you gon' move them pants. And I'ma throw this money while you do it with no hands. Girl, drop it to the floor. I love the way you put it, girl. All I wanna do is sit back and watch you move it up and see the longest time.
In your jeans, Ken Wale, Ken Roscoe, long hair, she don't care. When she walks, she gets this. Brown skin or a yellow bone. DJ, this my favorite song, so I'ma make it thunderstorm. Blood, want it, flock of hell. Flow it, I don't care. Blessings flying everywhere. Have my partner Roscoe like, bro, I'm drinking hell. Can't you tell? 270 bands that fit this stat so fucking well. I'm trying to hit the hotel with 2 girls. That's why.
All right, y'all, check it out. I got a question. Does anybody want to win some free stuff right now? Does anybody want to win free stuff? Check. Does anybody want to win some free stuff right now? Make some noise, y'all. Now, here's the deal. I would have just thrown it out if, you know, you guys were like really vibing and turning it up, but now you got to work for it, all right? So my question to you is this. How many of you guys really know your boxing trivia? If you know your boxing trivia, let me see a hand in the air right now. Okay, all right. How many guys really know your Floyd Mayweather history? If you know your Mayweather history, keep that hand up right now. All right, so here's the deal. My man right here. Oh, this all media? You guys, oh, come on. You guys almost duped me. Wow. You guys almost duped me. You guys almost duped me. So here's good too. Up top. Okay, so can we go over there? We going over there. Hold up a second. How we get over there? Right here? Hey, pump it up a little bit, right? We're going over there. We're gonna go talk to the people and get these prizes out, man. We taking the prizes to the people, man. Let's do this thing. We got that Mayweather Promotions prize pack. We got the hats. This way? Yeah, we can go here. Hold on. Hey, there go Johnny right there. There go Johnny. We can go right here. Yeah, right there. All right, make some more noise then, man. Come on, man. Turn up. Turn up. We're bringing the prizes to the people. For real, for real. Make some noise, y'all. This is the LIT section, right? This is the LIT section? All right, I want to get these prizes away right here. Who knows the Floyd Mayweather history right here? Which one? Right here? My man in the back? This one? All right, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to come out over here. Hold on. I'm going to start with you. We good right here? Why not? All right, my bro, here's the deal. This is for the Mayweather Promotion Prize. No, the Mayweather Sports hat. The TMT pack. Wow. We're going to play a little game called Name That Opponent. All right? You ready? All right. Here's the question. Floyd Mayweather beat this fighter by 4th round knockout in the year 2011. Who was he? By the way, you can help him. You can help him.
Victor Ortiz.
He is correct. It was Victor Ortiz. The LIT section, we got a winner right now, man. What's your name, bro? What's your name? Hey, Joe Hernandez out of Texas, you're a winner, baby. Make some noise for Joe right here, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm not done yet. We got to give away more. What's the next best section over here, man? I got to hear you. What's the next best section? I'm not going to lie. I think it's over there, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I think this section right here kind of got it. I'm not gonna. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up? All right. Listen. Right here? Why not? He's already standing up, right? All right, come over here. Come over here, bro. Come on over here. What's your name, bro? Carlos from where? Where you from? From the Bean. All right, Boston's in the house. You definitely got to know your sports, right? All right, this question is real easy. And yes, you can help them. And this is for a Mayweather Sports hat. You're a winner. Yo, literally everybody's telling you, literally. What is it? Hashtag bragging rights is correct, baby. We got another winner right now. Carlos, my guy, my guy. By the way, what's up, baby? You good? Chilling, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, I'm gonna come back with some more prizes. Where am I gonna go to next? Where am I going to next? Over there? All right. But right now, though, hold up. We're gonna get back to the vibes. We're gonna get back to the music. Hold up, y'all. We're gonna bring out another performance real quick. We're gonna make sure we getting everything right and keeping it all tight. Yeah. Okay, we're going over here. Big shout out to Cash App presenting the whole bragging rights fight. Mayweather versus Paul. Shout out to Cash App doing it real big. Johnny Nunez in the house. Wow. Yep. Right here, we ready to go? All right, you guys. So, Rod, hold up a second. Everybody, please focus your attention back on the stage because we going up one more time. I know y'all didn't think we were done. We keep bringing that fire, baby. We just getting started. So do me a favor. Help me welcome our next guest performer to the stage. Of course it is Miss Ruby Rose, y'all. Make some noise for Ruby Rose.
What's up, y'all? Let's go, let's go. Yeah.
Hey, Romo, you crazy.
Ay. He in his feelings, he called me to tell me it's over again. He sent the money again. Tell me again. He think gon' play him again. If I did it once, I'ma do it again. He coming right over again. Ay. He gotta come again. Ay. He back in his feelings, he calling me just to come tell me it's over again. It ain't easy to leave me, believe me. I'm a hood, motivation just like Jeezy. Make a hood go to church just like Yeezy. Leave a rich, dead broke, bitch, I'm greedy. Yeah, think a bitch in love and then I leave. Yeah, way I break their heart should be illegal. You are not the first one, this the sequel. Yeah, he keep coming back, he on repeat. Yeah, pussy wet as fuck, that shit be dripping. Hey, pussy way too good, I got him tweaking. Hey, hit me up, can I see you this weekend? Hey, on the low, he know that he been in his feelings. I don't fuck, I ain't got no feelings. Hit me up like who you been with? Been chillin'. Plus you ain't paying no bills over here, so it's none of your business. He in his feelings, he called me to tell me it's over again. He sent the money again. Tell me again. He think gon' play him again. If I did it once, I'ma do it again. He coming right over again. Ay. He gotta come again. Ay. He back in his feelings, he calling me just to come tell me it's over again. It ain't easy to leave me, believe me. I'm a hood, motivation just like Jeezy. Make a hood go to church just like Yeezy. Leave a rich, dead broke, bitch, I'm greedy. He calling again and went back to back like he got a twin. The key to my heart is writing a check, I might let you in. Ay. I told him to send me my money right now, I'm counting to 10. 1, 2, 10. He gave me both of the pins, ay. Want me to roll with the bins, ay. Nigga be talking about how we gon' close the chapter, but it's open again, ay. He say I'm a jerk, I don't give a fuck about a nigga who hurt. Even when fucking I gotta come first, put him on block, but he gon' work. In his feelings, I ain't got no feelings. Hit me up like who you been with, been chillin'. Plus you ain't paying no bills over here, so it's none of your business. He in his feelings, he called me to tell me it's over again. He sent the money again. Tell me again. He think gon' play him again. If I did it once, I'ma do it again. He coming right over again. He gotta come again. Ay. He back in his feelings, he calling me just to come tell me it's over again. It ain't easy to leave me, believe me. I'm a hood, motivation just like Jeezy. Make a hood go to church just like Yeezy. Leave a rich, dead broke, bitch, I'm greedy. to face with it, can't be beefing through no FaceTime. Cool with all the thugs, since my nigga told me gang signs bad, bad. Just be like, where the fuck your waistline? Body like a porn star, he fuck me like he fresh out. Could've fucked your friend, but I heard he got a big mouth. He want pieces of this pussy by a big house. Big bands, 4 Giottos when I go to pull out. Big racks, know he be upset, I make him pull out. It made me horny when he driving with the stick out. Driving through the hood, showing me he got a stash house. Fuck him good, take that money when he pass out. Ratchet, I keep it classy when he cash out. Lashes, nails done, I be trying to act out. And I got that pussy that's gonna make him leave the trap house. Glowed up, probably make more money than my dad now. I'm in my bag, heard they mad, now they furious. I'm in them cars, it's fast and furious. And I'm a fine, I'm a down, period. Why she smiling in my face, bitch, I'm curious. Ain't got no house, I heard she hooping and she loitering. I heard she salty, better chill on all that sodium. Lay back, white toes, hanging out that Maybach. Freak show, Ruby got him twerking on that playback. Free throws, bitches don't be ballin' where I stay at. Come get your nigga, he be chillin' where I lay at. You just be chillin', I be bullin' in that Maybach. They like, damn, Ruby, how the fuck she do that? Belly on petite, rest on stupid fat. Round of applause, he love me when I make it clap. Don't make me have to go and get my shooter back. Don't make me have to show you I get into that. Double off for Ruby Rose and we ain't running that. Slime love, yelling slack when they act upside. Just know that they gon' cap cause my stats up. Back rubs, money got me laughing in a bathtub. Mad love, gets throwing money, got my mouth up. Just Ruby saw him rolling in a red truck. I get to it if he's flashy, that's a setup. Said he got a couple thousand, well it ain't enough. I ain't fucking with that nigga, that's a big mouth. He ain't even fuck my bitch, that's a big mouth. I don't even want a trip, I want a big house. Big bands, 4 Giottos when I go to pull out. Big racks, know he be upset, I make him pull out.
No, and I hate to say that.
Okay, better watch it. I hit him. Hey, believe it, man. Believe, man. It's up. Miami is lit. Forever is love for me. Money move. Let's get it. Believe. Shout out Miami. We love y'all. Great.
Yeah. Money move. Make some more noise.
All right, there you have it. We are back. Luke Thomas, Brian Campbell, Brendan Schaub. This is the Mayweather versus Paul weigh-ins. Now, where we left off last time, Brendan, you are a friend of Logan Paul. You know this man well. Surely you counseled him. Logan, you've been successful on YouTube. This is maybe a bridge too far, but he didn't want to hear that. Why?
This is prize fighting. You know, it's prize fighting, and I think for Floyd and Logan, you know, these two titans are coming together for this, and they're both going to make a ton of money. And, you know, at the end of the day, when you're talking about prize fighting, it's high stakes. You want to make the most money possible, fight the easiest opponent possible. Floyd's doing that. For Logan, it's a no, you know, if he loses, who cares? He's a YouTuber fighting the best of all time, so neither guy has much to lose here. It's a win-win for both of them.
Well, Floyd's got a little bit to lose.
Bragging rights might be apropos. As Floyd told us himself, this isn't a real fight. Technically, it's an 8-round exhibition. It's not going to count negatively on that perfect unbeaten record, win or lose, that he's worked so hard to sustain. But I do get the bragging rights element of it. They're both big stars that are, you know, really proud of what they've built. Floyd has always made it about the money because he wants to show that he can dominate in the ring and dominate with the money. I want to talk about somebody looking the part or not, okay? This is Miami. You've compared Luke and I, Chop, to Golf Network hosts.
Yeah.
I might be a dealer at the Hard Rock Casino by the end of the night, but you look like Miami.
Yes.
Has Logan Paul at all looked like a fighter to you in the build, either with his words or his actions? We know we've talked about his confidence. He's okay with the stage, but has he looked as a fighter at all?
God, that's a great question.
As a promoter, a self-promoter, he absolutely looks the part.
Best in the business.
Yeah.
Definitely looks the part. As far as a straight fighter from a trained eye, which everybody is here, even when you watch the countdowns and hitting the mitts and sparring, the answer would be no, and I hate to say the answer would be no, right? The answer is no.
I think you can say that. We can be realistic about it. He's trying to box Floyd Mayweather. This idea, we had his coach, Milton LaCroix, on at the Versace Mansion. He was like, we're going to outbox Floyd. Okay.
Did you light him up?
Listen.
Did you light him up?
No, we were there.
Canelo tried that. Conor tried that.
Yeah, we were there to have fun. But my point is, why can't a moral victory be something? If you catch Floyd with one clean shot,
you've won.
You last 6 rounds. Dude, that's a victory.
I want to talk about that because I think it's already a huge victory just that Logan Paul has gotten here. Yes, he's got the ridiculous following. What is it, 29 million combined YouTube followers alone, not mentioning everything else. But for him to get a fight with Floyd Mayweather still close to his active career is absurd. Now, is that a moral victory and a financial victory, and we sit with that there? No, he's coming for it all. I'm not trying to talk you into his abilities and the chances he has to pull an upset.
Me neither.
But I think he is playing with house money just being here alone. How do you maximize that?
It's
to
a
me,
win-win.
You got to go for broke. You have to create chaos in the opening second.
Let me posit a scenario, because he comes into this fight 0-1. Granted, this is an exhibition. It's not in that way. But still, he wouldn't technically be 0-2 if he lost. But in the eyes of the public, the entertaining public, he would be 0-2.
That's all that matters, Luke. You know, I don't mean to cut you off, but when we talk about exhibition fights, and you said it, you know, for Floyd, his record's not on the line. It is, though. It is. If Floyd were to lose tomorrow night, which is a big if, but let's say Floyd lost, we all know he lost. He got caught with a shot and lost that fight. That will be a loss. Whether the commission says it or whatever, the public knows.
Yeah.
And that viral clip of him getting knocked out will live on forever.
Right.
Vice versa. If Logan Paul gets knocked out, that's going to be a viral clip forever.
And we should make a point here to note that the rules for this bout, again, it is an exhibition. They are unusual, even by exhibition standards. Here's what I mean. It'll be 8 rounds, 3 minutes. That's somewhat curtailed. The part that's interesting is there's no judges. There will be no announced winner. But Florida, being Florida, God bless them, they are allowing knockouts. In other exhibitions you've seen this year, they did not do that. So the gloves are on, but metaphorically speaking, BC, they're a little bit
not
off.
only that, they were originally 12 ounces to start. Floyd got that negotiated down by challenging Logan down to 10 ounces. Floyd was even trying to go further. He's saying, how about we go to 8 ounces? That's what I boxed with as a welterweight. So
I would have loved that.
Those rules aside, why would you?
Hand speed or?
Hand speed, the increase of a knockout, because again, there's a part of me as a purist, if this thing goes longer than 4 rounds and Floyd doesn't absolutely flawlessly dominate, it's tough. As a purist, it's tough, man. It's a huge black eye on boxing. I got to be honest.
Do you think so? You think in your mind boxing is sort of on the line here?
I do, and I also don't think this fight would happen if boxing wasn't such a... it's not like UFC, right? UFC, we get the fights we want to see for the most part. In boxing, we don't. And that's why this rears its head, and these guys come out and do this stuff.
And also, Floyd's retired. He's not taking fights away from other top contenders looking to advance.
True.
This is a little bit to the side.
But look, we can't overlook what we just established. The reputation is on the line for Floyd. But the idea that he's fighting for boxing is interesting. And I talked to Floyd's right-hand man, Leonard Ellerby, Luke and I did as well, where Leonard said, I've never seen Floyd received as the babyface, if we're using pro wrestling terms, received as the hero. He's either been the villain naturally,
he's the heel.
He's purposely been the heel to make a lot of money. Is he really fighting for boxing though? Like, Luke, is that still a thing? I mean, as traditional boxing fans, the one that say they're not buying this, but you know they will. Are they cheering for him to...
Here's where I'm at on this. I wonder how you gentlemen feel. You can't overstate the case. You know what? Let's pause. We'll come back. We'll answer that. Let's go back to the live stage for more entertainment.
Ooh.
DJ Khaled, we the best.
If you ready for shit, gotta put your hands up in the sky one time.
The runners, I represent
If you ready for the
across the
band, gotta
world,
put
and
them
you
on.
represent the hood. 2 hands in the sky.
I'm so, yeah, I wear my pants below my waist and I never dance when I'm in this place, cause you and your man was planning to hate. We from the hood. I got these goals up in my mouth. If you get closer to your house, then you know what I'm talking about. We out the hood.
And if you feel
Put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up. Put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up. If you not from here, you can walk it out. If you not hood, then you don't know what I'm talking about. Everybody wanna motherfucker know why I dress so fly, sit so high, bitch. I do it for the hood. Bitch ass niggas, I do it cause I could.
Heavy stars in my jeans, please. 4X in a white tee. I live a life like a G, that's why these bitch ass niggas wanna fight me. But I ain't gon' play with them. I'd rather let the AK hit them. Tough niggas get fucked up and put on ice for the rest of their life. I'm straight out the hood, bruh. See, that's who I do it for. And my low class ghetto ass just renewed my ghetto pants. Yeah, I wear my pants and off my waist, and I never dance when I'm in this place. Cause you and your man was planning to hate. I'm so hood. And I got these goals up in my mouth. If you get closer to my house, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm out the hood. Put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up. Hood. Put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up. I'm so hood. If you not from here, you can walk it out. And you not hood if you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm so what is motherfucking hood. What a sound man there. Well, I can't. Who controlling the mics? Where you at? Make sure you can hear me, man. I bet I got everything better than Floyd too. Fuck that. And I'm praying Ocho don't get knocked out like Nate. Come on, let's play the Dade County theme song right quick. Hey, listen, let me hear you say trick daddy. Say trick daddy. Say trick daddy. Say trick daddy. Say we finna get this bitch out the chain. We finna get this bitch out the chain. Anybody wanna motherfucking die? Come see I, who, me, T, double D, nigga. That's right, that's motherfucking me, nigga. And goddamn if I said it, I motherfucking meant it. If it was fully, I motherfucking spit it. Fuck whoever I offended. Hold on, wait one motherfucking minute. What we doing? Still riding them big wheels. Still fly, still riding. Getting big checks. Still leaning to the bag. To the bag. And you can bet that. Yo, and you can bet that. I ride, I shine, nigga. And you can bet that. I smoke, I drink, go loco. And you can bet that. 22s, 24s, how we roll. I'm a dumb rider for sure. Every day, me and my dogs, we wild. We wild. 7 Trey, 7-5, don't ride. Don't ride. And we ain't tripping on nothing, just vibing. Big 9 with me, cause a fuck nigga try me. They already know. I let it go. Kill his ass and make sure at his funeral. But how the hell a OB gon' try me? Well, I'm OG on and off TVC. Middle fingers in the air, tellin' fuck y'all. Trying to hate on my dog, hell fuck no. Why you hating on a nigga like that? Why you trying to stab a nigga in his back? I know some niggas don't like this, but them niggas is the reason I'm like this. Fuck nigga that made me mad. I'm about to snap and put this K on his ass. Sitting high, still riding big whip, still fly, still grinding, getting big checks, still thugging, still leaning to the bag. And you can bet that, yo, and you can bet that. I ride, I shine, nigga, you know. I smoke, I drink, go loco. 22s, 24s, how we roll. I'm a dog rider for sure. Y'all acting bougie as fuck in this motherfucker. Y'all acting, but they should have gave us some liquor, cause you know how people act different on that motherfucking liquor. Let's go, Chronic. Let's go. Hey, Dade County, put your motherfucking hands up. If you from Dade County, put your motherfucking hands up and let's get live in this bitch. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. Let me know. I'm about to put this thing up. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. Come get some. Where I'm from with your big gun. And everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And I want answers now. Who, what, when, where, why. A lot of dudes like to act the fool and I'll get online, but that ain't my style. Know who you gonna get and what he gonna do? Run up on me if he want to. Out there impressing his homie. I get that up in front of his mama. I'm up the floor with him. I kick in the door and let the fofo hit him. I got a dude that'll go get him. That's for him, it's true, and the food that roll with him. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. The AK go chop, 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 chop.
They say don't give a fuck how many records you sold or nothing. You got to get on stage in 5 or 10 minutes. But I like to thank everybody that always supported Trick Daddy, supported down south music. I remember about 20 years ago, they ain't want to play none of our shit. We used to go all over the world. You never heard Miami music. All they wanted was the girls and the cocaine. That's all they wanted. I had to make them respect us, so I dropped this record right here. Huh? You don't know now, nigga. That'll represent like me. Who'll say some shit like me? One who'll lay the dick like me. Cause you don't know now, nigga. Who'll do the shit that I do? Run through your whole little crew. Pay for it if I got to. You don't know now, nigga. Who'll run off in your eyes? Put a gun off in your mouth. Blow your motherfucking brains out. Cause you don't know now, nigga. Who'll fall off in the club? Free drinks for the show some love. And pay the ball for the thugs. But you don't know now, nigga. Who know more niggas than me? Who do more killers than me? And way more dope dealers than me, bitch. You don't know now, nigga. No. Bitch, you don't know now, nigga. No. You don't know now, nigga. That dress fresher than me. And you don't know now, nigga. That way more polo shit than me, bitch. You don't know now, nigga. Who do more freaky stuff? And he put you in the legs up. Then I float all in your butt. I don't know now, ho. Who like it like you? Who'll bite the dick like you? Hold up, like a bitch like you. I don't like a bitch like you. I fight a bitch like you. Whole type of bitch like you. Ain't no telling what you want to do, bitch. You don't know now, nigga. No. You don't know now, nigga. No. You don't know now, nigga. So where my ladies at? My ladies, y'all go see this one.
You don't know now, ho. Done been to places I've been.
Yo, I'm out of here. I love y'all, man.
That's like that. Hit him in the chest with it. One time again in the head. But buddy roll, y'all. Check it out.
There you have it, Trick Daddy, Miami legend, but we have other business to attend to at the moment, which of course will be the impending Mayweather versus Paul weigh-ins. Hello everyone, Luke Thomas, Brian Campbell, Brendan Schaub, and at the end of the table, or I should say the row, one of the most distinguished combat athletes of our generation herself. She is currently the Bellator Women's Featherweight Champion. It's Chris Cyborg. Chris, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. How's it gonna be great here, man?
Yeah, right? It's nice to have you. What do you think of this entire event?
I love it. I think it's great for sport. I think a lot of people, Logan fans, come here to watch the fights, come to the boxing world, and I'm really happy.
Now how long do you think this fight's gonna go?
I think Mayweather gonna play a little bit, finish the time he wanna finish.
You're right.
But I think so.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
Chris, you've been the champion in so many different organizations, different eras of this sport. You've seen it all. Obviously, this is a different type of boxing. How interested would you be in this kind of crossover event, whether it be against a boxer, against a celebrity? Does that interest you at this point in your career?
No, I've been playing, asking if Jake Paul have a sister or ex or girlfriend.
Yeah, right?
You know.
But you've done the crossover thing. You fought Urena Bars in kickboxing. You've done the real thing.
Yes,
no exhibition before.
Yes, you know, and Urena Bars was one of the best in kickboxing.
Monster.
A very tough fight.
That was a tough fight.
And I didn't know either.
Yeah.
You know, I go over there and then fought, and I don't have a girl to me fight. She's 3 years of fighting, and that's after fight. I love challenge, and this is the good thing.
What about like a Clarissa Shields in a super fight? I knew you guys sparred together, trained together. Have you guys seen that footage?
I know Clarissa Shields. You and Clarissa Shields are friends, right?
Yeah, we are. Yeah. But if you pay good.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a sport. It's a sport. You know, I don't hate my opponents. It's a sport, of course. I would like to fight her, but if it happens, it would be good for both. You know, why not?
Yep.
Now, your contract, it does allow you to box, as I understand?
Yes, if I talk to Scott Coker and then they let me, yes.
But you're right now, you just had a big win. You defend your title against Leslie Smith.
Yes.
It might be Alpha Cat Zingano next. Still, down the road, being here and seeing this and thinking about your future, would you be interested interested in something like this if the opportunity was right?
You know, for sure. I think the first thing why I signed with Bellator MMA is because I have the opportunity to do another things, especially a boxing fight. I love challenges, and for sure I would like to do one boxing fight and see what's the next for the future for me.
Chris, you're an absolute legend in your game. Floyd Mayweather is the best of this era, among the best of all time.
Yes.
What do you see in him as an athlete that you can learn from, that you admire and look up to?
You know, he's smart and he's very calm when he's fighting. If you see me in my next fight, I try a little bit. You know, within 5 rounds doing, you know, I work with this. I work a lot of patience in my fights. I have a lot of some mistakes in my career because I use so much emotion, but you have to be cold and, you know, see the opportunity when I finish the fight. This last fight, I did this. I work every moment. I think every moment in the fight and then listen everything, single thing in the corner. I work this for more patience in the fight and then finish the time is supposed the moment right.
So when Mayweather fought McGregor, you had no doubt Mayweather was going to win, right?
No, for sure, yes.
Yeah, the level's just too high.
Yes, it's different. It's different, you know. You're like a white belt, a black belt. It's different.
But still, okay, we all think Floyd's going to win. He'll win probably however he wants. Logan is a big guy, about 190 pounds long. If you were Logan and you had to fight Floyd, what would you do?
Great question.
You know, I think you have to survive, do his best. And I know if you touch it, Mayweather is going to be hard because it's punching hard. But, you know, Mayweather is fast. He's going to have to try use his power.
What about a little tie clinch? Just let it go, right?
Maybe take down.
Get a little dirty. Yeah, a little
Ground and
takedown in there. Yeah.
Hey, in a sport where not everybody has the greatest ink and tattoo game, Brendan, he's lit up. He knows what he's doing here. The champ over here, she's got some top
got some
stuff.
great work. How long did it take to get all that?
A little while. I started with 19.
Yeah.
My mom not happy about, but yeah. I finished already. I know it's too much pain. I don't want to handle it.
I think my favorite tattoo is the forearm one.
Yes, the name.
That's the legendary one, right?
Yeah, some people look at me, they think it's cyber, they look at my arm, I cannot hide anymore.
They can identify you right away. All right, so you just fought, what, last month, I think?
Two weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
Yes.
Okay, so when do you think you might get back out there? It might be Zingano, we don't know yet. In a perfect world, when does Cyborg fight again?
No, I ask Scott Cook anytime. I'm good, no injury, I'm training. Anytime, in 2 months, I'm ready.
2 months?
Yes.
Wow, do you have any plans to maybe, it's going to be 145 no matter what from here on out?
Yes, 145, yes.
You won't even contemplate any weight? What about 155? Would you do 155?
I would like to fight 55. 55, and I have to lose a little bit of weight, but it's going to be perfect too.
All right, before we let you go, you got to give us some kind of a prediction, Chris. Mayweather, Paul, what round does it end in?
Let's get a 7.
Wow.
You think it goes that long?
Maybe.
Okay.
When to sell the fight, you have to sell the fight.
Yes.
You know, I don't know, 7 because I like number 7. It's never perfection of God. 7.
7. Okay. Well,
Let's go.
Well, congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see you again. Chris Cyborg, the Bellator Women's Featherweight Champion of the world. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys.
Great stuff.
Okay. Someone has to... Yes, there we go. Ashley, taking her sweet time. You know, that's fun here.
A group of celebrities waiting to chat with us.
Let's reset here for just a second if we can. Brendan Shaw, Brian Campbell, Luke Thomas. All right, Brendan, we had stopped previously before the Trick Daddy performance to ask a question about is boxing sort of on the line reputationally. Here was the one point that I wanted to make. When these MMA fighters lose, all of us in MMA say, well, it may or may not kind of matter. It's, you know, these guys they're not fighting MMA. They're moving into something else. So how representative can it be? That's at least the argument. But still, you get enough of those L's, it adds up. Floyd is just one person, but he's Floyd Mayweather. He's a boxing institution.
Yes.
I kind of do think there's a little bit on the line, as individual as it might be for Floyd.
100%. You know, even if you go back to Jake Paul and Ben Askren, as a former UFC fighter, as much as I like the Paul brothers and Jake, I wanted Ben to win. And I talked to Ben like, you're representing MMA, you're representing the UFC. Do you feel that pressure? He's like, yeah, I feel like even my haters are like, man, I hope you beat Jake Paul. Like, the MMA community rally around their guy as much, even if they hate him. And when he was competing in UFC, and you know, he talked all that trash, and he was the heel most of the fights, and you know, obviously people are happy to see the Masvidal knockout. The community still rallied around him because he was our guy.
Right.
Floyd is boxing's guy, man. He's the face of boxing. I think it's crazy that you don't, not that I'm not saying you guys, but for society to not think the pressure's on Floyd here.
I think
to represent boxing as a whole.
Floyd has worked so hard to be undefeated, but so has Father Time. And someday it's going to catch him. I'm not trying to oversell this for Sunday night, but someday
I'm not either, but like when I had Jake Paul on Food Truck Diaries, he goes, as fighters, sometimes you have a bad night. So we got to hope Floyd has a bad night, Logan has a real good night, and Floyd's missed a step. I went, whoa, Bubba, you got to hope Floyd's missed 10 steps.
Right.
One step's
not enough. You got to hope
not
he
enough.
drives to the wrong arena.
You got to hope he shows up with binoculars.
Well, let's continue this conversation, but joining us now on stage is another luminary from the Bellator family. He will be fighting. We don't know the date just yet, but we know the opponent and we know the stakes. It will be for the Bellator featherweight title, the winner of the Grand Prix. This gentleman is one half of the finals.
Too,
yeah,
okay?
$1 million smackers. It's AJ McKee. AJ, welcome. How are you?
Thanks for having me.
And I want to put this out there. I picked him to win it from the jump. I want that on record. From the jump.
All right, fair enough.
Stump the shop over here.
What's
The
up,
Swami's on
Doug? Remember
fire.
that guy?
AJ, you may be the best dressed man in the building right now.
You look good, man.
Thank you,
good.
man. I learned from you guys.
Let me see the watch. Yeah, that's a nice watch.
Wait for the next one. Shout out the Newport Watch Club, man.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
All right.
AJ, I want to start there with the Pitbull fight because it's so big that I've heard longtime guys in the industry say this might be the biggest fight in Bellator history. If you identify with that, sell me on why.
Why? I mean, just look at Pitbull's accolades alone. 145, 155-pound champ. Just the name Pitbull alone, it's been ringing in Bellator for so long. He's been the champ since I first signed to Bellator, so 17 fights he's held that world title. Once again, you got the Floyd Mayweather of MMA standing in front of him. I've called his name since I signed, so I'm looking forward to going in there and just putting my first mark on my legacy and continuing my father's.
Papa, he called himself the Floyd Mayweather of MMA. That's big ones, they call that where I
Big ones, big huevos.
Yeah.
Big huevos. Do you see any holes in Pitbull's game? It's tough, right? He's a pretty dominant fighter.
He's a dominant fighter, but styles make fights, and you know that.
Yeah.
For me, my style is just so superior to him. The reach, he has to get past the reach. On top of, once he gets past the reach, he has to deal with the elbows, the knees. If he takes me down, I'm comfortable off my back. So for me, I just got to go out there and fight a smart fight, you know what I mean? Don't leave any loopholes and just expose him of his.
Yep. AJ, what do you make of this? It's almost like Floyd Mayweather is fighting a fan, you know?
It is. It's entertainment, you know what I mean? Floyd said it himself. He said, I don't fight anymore. You know what I mean? So this is a great opportunity. It's a great marketing exposure. It's surreal to me, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, man, that's what I need. I wanted to fight Floyd. I want to fight Floyd. Like, that's the exposure I need. I need to get that paycheck, you know what I mean? That just to solicit yourself as that echelon of the elite fighters. So it's going to be a big move, but I think he ruffled Floyd's feathers the wrong way this fight, taking his hat.
How long do you think it goes?
I'll tell you what is true, though.
As long as Floyd wants, right?
Exactly. As long as Floyd, I think he's going to probably soften his body up. He might just hurt him to the body and really punish him.
Agree 100%.
Because the height's going to be
an issue, yeah.
If Logan Paul asked you for one piece of advice in this fight, what would you give him?
Great question.
Don't take the fight?
Yeah. Pretty much. Just get after him. You know what I mean? Go in there like a shark smelling blood.
Right, you're not going to beat Floyd over the long haul, so it's 100 miles an hour. Just go.
He's got to get him out of there in the first 2 rounds.
Right.
If he doesn't, it's a wrap.
All right, we're short on time. Do you know when your finals for the Bellator Featherweight Grand Prix is going to be yet?
Where it's going to be?
When?
When? No. Hopefully it'll be in LA. I get to fight back home and bring that world title and my $1 million check.
So there's a chance it won't be at Mohegan. They could move it around.
Correct.
Wow. Okay.
Correct.
Well, you know what? We can't wait to see it. We appreciate you stopping by. Enjoy the craziness tomorrow, and we can't wait to see you fight whenever that may be.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you so
me,
much.
guys.
AJ
Appreciate
McKee.
it.
Don't let me down.
Nah,
You're
I
my
got
guy.
you. Hey, bet on a second-round finish.
You got it.
Oh, okay.
And I like to bet. So,
Yes, you do. You are a degenerate. That is true. All right, we think we're just moments away from going back to the stage for just a second. Real quickly, BC, we haven't talked about it, and we'll get back to it a little bit later as well. Chad Ochocinco's on this card. Chad Johnson, the former NFL player.
Big draw.
I got to say, he's had a completely different attitude than what I thought he was going to have.
He's been humble. He says, I'm out of my element, and I want to respect that. He's going in there against Brian Maxwell, a 33-year-old who's got like a little bit of boxing experience, a little bit more BKFC experience, but This is fish out of water. He's got the guts to do it in the old
Would you want to box a guy who won at BKFC? I'm not sure that I would.
No, what kind of savage signs up for bare knuckle fighting? I fought in the UFC for a long time. I would not fight a guy who decided to do a bare knuckle boxing match, especially if I'm Chad Ochocinco.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a bad idea for him.
He's a great athlete. He looked to be in tremendous shape when we saw him yesterday when you stopped by the set. So I don't think he's physically unprepared. But there's a question like, dude, if you fought in boxing and you've won at bare knuckle, you're probably a very tough, scrappy person who's had to, like, your whole life has probably been somewhat
and you know how it is. Yeah, and you know how it is, like, especially if you don't have boxing experience, like if you go to Golden Gloves and it's like a newer guy, the toughest guy always wins, always breaks the other guy. That's kind of what's going on here. I don't
like the first night in jail too.
Yeah, with the matchmaking, I don't know what Chad Ochocinco's first one. I feel like it's a bad idea.
Did you ever box when you trained?
Yeah, I was a Golden Gloves champion.
But I mean, like with the shoes on.
Oh yeah.
3-minute rounds.
Big time. Yeah, with Devere Williamson, touch of sleep. Yeah, I would spar with him every Tuesday. It's just that.
What was so hard about, from an MMA perspective, doing the boxing rules? What was so hard about it?
Their angles, he would see things before it even happened, so it almost felt like I was in, again, I was in water. He could see everything. It's just the gap is so huge to try and make up for that.
Right.
It was almost to be honest, it was a waste of time.
Right. So that fight will be on the card. Obviously, Mayweather-Paul will be the headliner. There is one, I would call it very real, very traditional boxing fight on this.
Well, two of them, but one of them is there's some heat in it.
Which, of course, will be the Jarrett Hurd fight,
Jarrett
correct?
Swift Hurd, the former unified champion, 154 pounds, moving up to 160 for what he says is just a stopover before he's got unfinished business. But the guy in front of him, Luis Cuba Arias, and, B, you've run into guys before. You maybe can look at him and say, I know I'm better than you technically, but you got some dog in you. And I think that's created a little bit of tension there.
Right. If the skill gap is close, maybe one's better, but the other one's the dog, that makes up for a lot.
Yeah, man. Big time, especially in boxing, especially at this level. All these guys are pretty freaking good, and they have so much experience. That's a good fight. Great fight.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Of course, we will get to more of those details. We have a lot of different fights to break down. But the crown jewel, Floyd Mayweather taking on Logan Paul, 8 rounds, 3 minutes a pop. Well, I guess we're going to see what happens. We're just moments away from going to the stage, and I believe the weigh-ins are going to get started. You're going to be up there as well, right?
Yes.
Brian Campbell's going to be there talking to them, getting them some questions.
Are they allowing Jake Paul in the building? Because there's going to be some shenanigans if they do.
I'm looking up at the ceiling.
So I know he's going to be at the fight tomorrow.
Oh, really? I heard he wasn't allowed to.
No, he got a weigh in.
Wow, good for him.
I
think signing a Showtime boxing deal maybe helped.
Oh, we got him. There we go.
Right. But I don't know if he's here, because this is actually a Mayweather Promotions event, so they may have told Jake to take a hike.
I would hold your breath on that. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens.
Floyd knows what's good for business. Jake's good for business. I bet they let him in.
Yeah, Jake is probably going to be. Real quickly, while we wait to go there, the Jake and Tyron Woodley fight, for folks who may not know, Logan Paul's brother, Jake Paul, is taking on Tyron Woodley, who is one of the more decorated welterweight champions in UFC history. If you don't know welterweight in MMA, it's 170 pounds. We're talking about a guy who was a Big Ten wrestling champion. He's huge, bricked up, a little bit long in the tooth. The end of his UFC run was bad. It was not great. But here he is boxing. This, to me, though, feels different than this one. Logan has an enormous hill to climb. Tyron Woodley's a very decorated champion, but he is longer in the tooth. He did lose a bunch of fights in the UFC before he got cut, or I guess released, depending on how you want to look at it. But that's a winnable fight for Jake. Legitimately winnable.
Vegas thinks so.
Yeah, he's the favorite, right? Barely, but he's the favorite.
Yeah, Jake's the favorite in that fight, which I'm surprised by. And I think that, talking to Jake, I think that gives him a little credit that he's looking for people to start to realize that the kid can actually box. For him to be a favorite over Tyron Woodley is insane to me, man. It's just insane.
I don't think
he's bigger. People forget how much bigger he is, which you mentioned.
Did you see the face-off?
He has been studying.
He's taller. You look at Woodley's, even his UFC fights, he's a short guy for the division, but he's jacked.
Yeah, he's jacked.
And he has more power than anybody Jake's ever been with, whether it's in training, inside the ring. So it's a real fight for Jake.
Look, I love the face-off because they were talking trash. There was energy. I thought somebody was going to get thrown through a glass door or something. It was wild. Do you think, though, that's the best strategy for Woodley, to come in and demean this guy and think, I'm just going to knock him out and talk trash, be an equal troll with him? Or do you think it's better to come in there and really study the angles and respect the game and realize this guy does have some boxing speed?
I know Woodley does respect Jake to a certain extent, but what worries me is Woodley goes, "This is gonna be the best night of my career,"
no, it's
and
not.
I go, "God, I don't like that attitude,
Right.
Woodley, because if you underlook this guy, if you overlook him, you're gonna run some problems, man."
And the other part was, that was an MMA fight, his last fight against Vicente Luque, but one of the lessons that we had talked about on Morning Combat, Brian and I host a show together, was that, okay, he was a little bit listless in the loss to Kamaru and the loss to Colby and maybe some of the other ones.
He's checked out.
And Gilbert Burns. But the loss to Vicente Luque, okay, he rocked Luque, no doubt about it.
Fight.
No one would ever say Woodley doesn't have a huge punch and isn't athletic. But he had to fight, like, Tyron Woodley's very intelligent, and he had to fight outside of that to, like, get the vigor going. And so he wasn't really his calculated self. That was not the Woodley that hit the pull-2 counter on Till.
Yeah, it was desperate acts of a desperate man in a lot of ways. Who should he be, the calculated guy or the guy that goes after Jake Paul's chin right away?
I mean, you're boxing, right? So you're totally out of your element.
A little bit, but at the same time, Woodley's a wild card trained guy. He's been there, I think he said, since 2007 at wild card training on specifically boxing. And then Woodley goes, and for me, I don't have to worry about a takedown. I can just focus on landing that big overhand. He's like, dude, this is a dream come true. My biggest concern with Woodley is, how much do you want to do this? Because when I watch his fights, that Vicente Luque fight, he said he's out of pocket. Really not the Woodley we know.
Right.
But I felt like desperation, so he just let things fly there.
Yep.
You look at the Usman fight, the Colby Covington fight. To me, that's a Woodley who does not want to be in there. And he admitted, he goes, I was just living a fast life, man. I wasn't training like I should. I was doing all this stuff. I was on the go. I wasn't eating right, not training right, not getting rest. I was just going through the motions.
Right.
So, you know, if he goes through the motions against Jake Paul, he's going to get knocked out.
And in fairness to Woodley, to a degree, he did have the 3 losses first before the Vicente Luque fight, but he got wrestled in all of those. He got totally, I mean, yes, Burns did well with striking, but I'm just saying a lot of the way in which all those guys were able to win, the Covingtons, the Burnses, the Usman, they had to take him to the mat, they had to hold him down. Obviously, that's completely not a relevant factor here whatsoever. Still, he is 39. He'll be 39 when they fight.
For a long time.
That's a little bit old for that weight class, I feel like.
I mean, he has explosive power, and I think that's what you got to lean on. In these celebrity-ish fights, this is the equivalent of a fighter having only 3 pro bouts, what Jake Paul does.
Yep.
They're not always the most scientific. It can come down to one big punch. So Woodley is that guy where he's a live dog at the very least because of that. You have
to me, that the biggest thing in that fight is, does Woodley want to do it? Is the passion there? If it is, we got to fight our hands. If it's not, he's gonna get embarrassed. But I do want to say this. I think it's fantastic that Jake, in his 4th fight, is fighting a guy in Woodley. To me, that's a real legit fight.
Yeah.
Woodley is not an easy fight, man. You know, you hear Stephen A. Smith like, he needs to find a boxer, dude. It's his 4th fight.
Right.
And millions of people are buying this.
And he has no amateur experience either.
Literally 4th fight.
Right.
Literally 4th fight.
Right.
And fighting a guy in a vet in Woodley, to me, is insane.
Yeah, at that point,
you have to respect it.
Yeah, no, I think certainly of all of the exhibition stuff I've seen, Jake's move to take on Woodley is an overture towards seriousness. In fact, between he and Logan Paul, you know Logan better than Jake, right?
Correct.
For the audience's sake, what are some of the bigger differences between them, I guess from a personality standpoint?
Yeah, you know, Jake's known as the wild child. He has like kind of this careless, reckless attitude, but he has both of them, and I think comes from their father, you know, blue-collar guy in Ohio. They have this crazy work ethic, whether it's, you know, making YouTube content. You know, they don't miss a week making that content, making it go viral. They're brilliant at that. But they've used that same work ethic and brought it to boxing. And granted, it's only been 3 years, but with their resources, they're getting the best of the best. So, you know, I think for Jake, he's a little more calculated. He's a little more calculated in it. And to him, signing with Showtime, to me, shows that he's taking this serious.
Yeah.
I also think he realizes Woodley's a tough fight because in their contract, if Woodley beats him, it's an automatic rematch. So to me, he knows he's going into some deep water.
And, you know, I spent some time with him in Puerto Rico in their camp, and Jake badly wants the respect as a real fighter. He wants you to give him the respect for the work he puts in. Where Logan is more like, I'm crashing your party, bro, and I'm going to make this into a meme.
Right.
And that's what he's going to try to do Sunday night.
Right. It seems to me that Jake is more trying to make himself a fixture in the sports or the combat sports world. I think Logan, I guess we'll have to see what happens on Sunday. I suspect it will go poorly for him in terms of the winning and losing scenario, but it's almost like he's Do you foresee this being not long-term? How much longer, I guess that was what I would ask, do you think Logan Paul will do this, assuming that, let's say, Sunday is not a calamity for him?
Yeah, to your point, I think Jake's in a marathon, and he's going to have way more fights than Logan. And I think Logan's on a sprint, and this is a stop. He stopped fueling up on celebrity, getting more views, getting more famous. He's all over national news now, which before he was kind of just this YouTube guy, which is a huge audience, but he's on mainstream outlets now. So to me, for Logan, it's a stop. I would be disappointed if Jake's next fight was Floyd Mayweather. That's not his plan.
I want to ask you, we're about to see them get on the scales. Then
Yep.
they're going to face off, and that's what everybody wants to see. You've been there before at the highest level with the UFC. It's intense, but if you're Logan Paul and you've already had the moment, the viral moment of the build when the brother stole the hat. It was gotcha hat. What do you do if you're Logan Paul? Do you try to get Floyd Mayweather's respect? Do you try to go crazy? Conor was rock hard with emotion and acting like a crazy man opposite Floyd. What would you do if you were him?
I think, to me, a little disappointing if there's nothing. Like if Jake doesn't come out and do something, or if Logan doesn't do something. For what they do, like they know it's going to go viral and sell the fights. And Logan wants the most money possible. If it's just a relaxed Logan, that's not really in their nature, man. There's going to be, I would assume, something. There's going to be something.
We're going to have to see what happens, and in fact, we're going to do that right now. Let's throw it to the stage to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you to the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino here in Hollywood, Florida, as we present the official weigh-in for our exhibition featured attractions taking place tomorrow night at Hard Rock Stadium. And it's all brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, FanMio, Mav Athletics, and Showtime Pay-Per-View. Well, tomorrow night's pay-per-view event opens up with a 4 two-minute round exhibition bout. At this time, we invite our fighters onto the stage at this time. Please welcome them. First, no stranger to combat sports, a versatile MMA, boxing, and bare knuckle fighter. Please welcome to the stage, Brian Maxwell. And now his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, from Miami, making his boxing debut. Here is the multi-talented former NFL star receiver, Chad Ochocinco Johnson.
Cameras in the ceiling, Celine on my arm. We get ghosts.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring them to the scale at this time. First, the MMA and bare knuckle brawler from Roanoke, Virginia. Onto the scale, here is Brian Maxwell.
Yeah. I tell her meet me in the bathroom. I go out of order, running her for knocking at the door, and she's screaming out, I'm coming in.
Brian Maxwell weighs in at 183.5 pounds, 183.5 pounds. And now we invite to the scale at this time. Once again, he'll be making his boxing debut. The popular, multi-talented, 6-time Pro Bowler, the one and only Chad Ochocinco Johnson.
The Rock in the building. Khalid. Ramel. Pharrell in the house.
Chad Ochocinco Johnson weighs in at 179.5 pounds, already 179.5 pounds.
Wake up in the morning feeling live. God must be really on my side. Got the baddest people by my side. Cash make the people come alive. Everybody know I set the vibe. Bet I steal your bitch like it's a crime. All my niggas come from doing time. Hands in the air, we testify. Thank God that I'm alive. I've been popping all my life. It's like my birthday.
And there they are, ladies and gentlemen, opening us up our pay-per-view event. taking place tomorrow night, Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Available pay-per-view, Fan Mio, and Showtime pay-per-view.
Heard you be talking to 12, but I do not fuck with them guys. No. First time I see me a bill, I thought it was gold in my eye. Yes. The coupe all red inside. Duplex shot outside. We not feeling your vibe. Yo, played out, retired.
Here with Chad Johnson. You said we wouldn't see the Ocho Cinco during fight week. You're out of your element. You respect the game. Now that you've been on the scale and facing off, do you feel like a real fighter?
Yeah, because I lost 20 pounds. 20 pounds, man, but I'm enjoying the moment. I want to thank Leonard. I want to thank Floyd for the opportunity. Obviously, those that do know me, I'm always willing to try stuff. I'm not scared to fail in front of the world. I might win, I might not. It's about taking chances, and that's what I've been doing all my life, and that's what we're going to do Sunday.
You got 4 rounds to show us what you got, and a real fighter, Brian Maxwell, standing across from you. What's the key to victory for number 85?
The key to victory? Keep your fucking hands up.
Best of luck to you.
Well, fans, here we go. The time has come from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida, to bring out our fighters for the weigh-in for our main event of the evening. Once again, brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, Fan Mio, Mav Athletics, and Showtime Pay-Per-View. Please welcome the fighters now as they come to the stage. First, the acclaimed worldwide social media sensation. He'll be making his Showtime debut. Here is the multi-talented Logan, the Maverick Paul. And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent is a legend of the sport of boxing, undefeated in 50 professional bouts, the Hall of Famer, the one and the only Floyd Money Mayweather.
Streets going crazy.
I got the streets going crazy. I got the freeze going crazy. And I get stuck on the days. She call me a coupe 180. And all these big asses right on my neck. I tell her gon' do something. Throw my trunk in the hood, pull up in the hood. They tell me I'm going too crazy. Hey, my bitch is rockin' shit, they ain't my.
All right, fans, here we go. Let's bring our fighters to the scale. At this time, this bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. First onto the scale, the worldwide sensation looking to shock the world. With a background in wrestling, boxing, and just about anything outrageous. Onto the scale, please welcome Logan, the Maverick Paul.
Fiesta.
189.5 pounds, 189.5 pounds for Logan, the Maverick Paul.
Bring that ass back like a boom, 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 boom.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, onto the scale from Las Vegas, Nevada. Truly one of the all-time greats of the sport, the 11-time 5-division champion of the world, the undefeated Floyd Money Mayweather.
Lil CC on the beat. Yeah. I mean, where should I
really even start.
155 even pounds for Floyd Money Mayweather. 155 pounds. And there they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's showtime. The main event of the evening. Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul. 8 rounds of boxing in an exhibition. Brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, Fan Mio, Mav Athletics, and Showtime Pay-Per-View.
Logan Paul, one more sleep to the biggest fight of your life. You've been a disruptor, but you've been confident the whole way. What'd you learn from looking into Floyd's eyes ahead of this big fight?
He not ready. He don't know what to expect. And this is not the biggest fight of my life. This is the biggest fight of his life, because he's got a lot on the line, and he got everything to lose. I'm gonna go in there and have fun. The fact that I'm even up here proves this shit is a simulation. None of it's real. The aliens are coming in June. Just be ready. Tomorrow, I break the fucking simulation and beat the greatest boxer in the history of the planet.
We want to know, how do you do it? Some people giving you a puncher's chance, some people giving you no chance. How do you upset the apple cart?
I'm gonna get it done. It's a fight. Anything can happen. Floyd's not ready. That's all I can say.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Floyd, you've been here many times. You've been perfect. How different is this compared to everything you've accomplished in your career?
I've been here before, so I know what it takes. I fought every different style you could possibly fight. Height don't win fights. Weight don't win fights. Fighting wins fights at the end of the day, and I can fight.
Some people think maybe you're looking for the knockout, revenge, got you had, all that ridiculousness. How does Sunday night end?
Once again, I'm not worried about a hat. I don't worry about what nobody say. One thing I can do, I can fight. I've been at the top level for 25 years, so I know what it takes when it's a fight of this magnitude.
Much respect, champ. Best of luck on Sunday.
Thank you.
getting money, she was 19. Moving to Miami was a life's dream. They told her she could end up on a white screen. She liked it, she thought she was lightning. Stacy got the brib and a brand new bag. Going up good, so she can't look back. Going up fast, so she can't look back.
Are you working out here soon? Working
Yeah.
like doing your shows?
Yeah.
All right, nothing to it but to do it at this point. The weights are official. Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul, they have weighed in. They have faced off. The only thing left is to fight. Hello, everyone. This is the Mayweather versus Paul weigh-ins. Luke Thomas, Brian Campbell, Brendan Schaub, and at the end of the row here, a very special guest, 2017 NBA champion, California legend, and one half of All the Smoke podcast, also on Showtime. It's Matt Barnes. Matt, how are you?
Thanks for having me, fellas. I'm good. I'm good.
All right, you were by the stage, right?
Yeah.
Tell me what you saw.
I just love the energy. You know, the fact that we have a YouTube guy got Floyd Mayweather, the greatest fighter of all time, to come out here and actually, whether it's exhibition, whatever it is, put these gloves on and fight. I think it's a great energy for boxing, and I'm excited about tomorrow night.
It's kind of weird, though, right? Because you played the basketball at the highest level.
Right.
People can't troll their way onto the Lakers.
Right.
It's a little different.
And I'm not even mad at these Paul brothers. You know what I mean? It's all about energy and riding the wave, and they're doing a great job at it. But I think you got to be careful what you ask for, because Floyd is the greatest fighter of all
Master
time.
P did try to troll his way into the NBA. Okay, it didn't happen for him.
But he was pretty good, though. He was pretty good. We only made it to the practice squad. So.
Brendan, I want to bring you in, Brendan. I was up there. The energy was incredible. I didn't see something we talked about in the build. I didn't see Logan push him. I didn't see Jake parachute in. I didn't see the hat come off of Floyd's head. Is that a loss, or does that tell you he's here to do what he's going to do Sunday night, his fight?
It gets real once you do the weigh-ins. There's no backing down. No, I think it's real for Logan Paul here. He looked in phenomenal shape.
Yeah,
though,
he did,
didn't
right?
he? He looked great.
Looked big. His traps were up to the ceiling. I was like, my man has diced to the socks over
Now,
here.
to that point, too, Floyd looked really good. So it's not like Floyd looked, it's like, oh, it's an older Floyd. Floyd looked pretty damn good, too.
Correct me if I'm wrong, BC. I believe at 155 is what Floyd weighed in at. That's the heaviest he's ever weighed in.
151.5 for the Canelo fight in 2013.
Right.
But even at the 154 limit, which he won world titles multiple times, he would always come in there as basically a little bloated welterweight, walking around weight. I mean, the guy's a tremendous athlete, 24/7, 8 days a week for that guy. I mean, we talk about the crossover element, Matt. Casual boxing fans aren't loving this.
Right.
They're watching. They're watching, though.
Absolutely.
They're watching. But you're a guy of many backgrounds. When this first gets announced, you fired up?
I just to kind of figure out what it was, you know what I mean, and obviously being in the Showtime family and kind of understanding the energy and talking to them. I mean, this, like I said, this is a wave, and whether people like it or not, it's bringing eyeballs to boxing. Whether you respect it or not, it's bringing attention. And I think overall it's good for the sport, because boxing kind of, it's kind of been floating on the radar for a while. And I think stuff like this, although it's not a real fight, it's going to continue to bring eyeballs and continue to bring eyeballs to the real fights when they take place.
Like NBA fights, right? It brings eyeballs, bro. I mean, come on,
NBA
right?
fights, yeah, it makes headlines.
NBA pushing matches.
Yeah, right?
Well, not when it's between players and the fans, which is getting a little close these days.
Where it gets a little dicey. I'll see Logan and Floyd. This can be great. But what's a little strange, like Chad Ochocinco, like you can play football, you can play basketball, you can play soccer. You can't play fighting. So I'm up there. I hate the matchup for him.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of celebrities if they see that happen to Chad, which might happen tomorrow night, I think he's going to tear a lot of them.
Nate Robinson got the fade,
right?
right?
I think what people, and I hit the mitts sometimes, and I think what people have to understand is, like Brandon said, these guys are professionals for a reason.
Right.
Like, I was a professional athlete, I was a professional NBA player, so to step into someone else's, that's why you see Chad being respectful and humble, because I think he understands that, but at the same time it's dangerous. These guys practice fighting for a living with their hands, and Chad was practicing catching footballs, and I shot basketball, so I always have a lot of respect for people who make the effort to cross over, but it's also dangerous because you are stepping in with people who train to fight for a living.
All right, before you go here real quickly, Matt Barnes, give me an NBA player who could have been an amazing boxer or fighter.
David West. I know David West boxed a lot. I played with him on Golden State in 2007. I know he was someone who consistently boxed. Like I said, I was on and off for training throughout my career, but never consistent enough to really take it seriously. But boxing is a hell of a workout. But one guy they said that really boxed a lot was David West.
I thought you were going to say Middle World Peace, man.
It's Charles Oakley.
I was going with Artest,
Oakley's
too.
a good one, too, yeah.
Oakley's got those heavy hands, man. Those handshakes will crumble your hands.
I would, RIP, I wouldn't want to mess with Anthony Mason either. All right?
Yeah, he's probably got a grip as hell as well. All right, well, All the Smoke is going to be here tomorrow. Stackhouse will join us as well, right? I'm sure he'll be there.
Yeah, he gets in a little bit. He was at his daughter's graduation out there in Dallas today. so he'll be here shortly.
And by the way, I got to say, first time seeing you in person, the tat work is phenomenal.
Thank you. I didn't know I was coming on stage, so I kind of dressed casual. So,
you always
got everything out.
Man. Came with the bacon.
It starts at a suit, then it goes Don Johnson, and then Matt's just chilling over there.
That's how we go,
it's
man.
It's the eventual breakdown.
Matt, appreciate you stopping by. Can't wait to see you tomorrow and enjoy the fights.
Thank you guys for having me.
Matt Barnes,
Appreciate it.
2017 NBA champion. All right, so we were talking about this. Ashley, where's Ashley? Somebody. Okay, we're just going to leave Matt on stage here. You want to help him out? There we go. There we go. Okay, thank you very much.
All right, guys, have a good one.
There you go. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it, bud. All right, so let's reset here for just a minute. Brian, you were up there. You talked to Floyd. You talked to Logan. Tell me what you saw.
I saw and felt the intensity, and that's the draw. I mean, that's the catnip. That's the drawing card. This may be a spectacle, but spectacles are fun as heck. It had that feeling. The two groups, I think, anticipated the potential for a skirmish. Right? They were tight in there. They've had their presence felt. But I saw in Floyd's face, guys, like, like he made the great line this week of this is, like a televised robbery. It's a legalized robbery. He's been here before. That guy ain't scaring him right here. That's why I say, what can you do to get Floyd Mayweather off tilt? Like barely anyone's been able to do it, elite boxer-wise. I'm saying is his only chance, meaning Logan Paul on Sunday night, to just go in there and do like street file stuff that Conor McGregor didn't do. Conor McGregor respected the sport and he came in there and boxed.
You gotta make it ugly.
You gotta get it gross.
But you really gotta make it ugly. I think for Logan Paul too, his biggest advantage is I'm telling you, man. I know this guy. He's not scared. He's just not. To him, this is all fun and games, and he's not scared. He doesn't care, and I think that's a huge asset.
So how does he use that, though? How does he use that lack of fear?
Caution to just go out there, man. Let the guns, let the hands fly, and whatever happens, happens. But you're not gonna sit back and counter punch and do all this pretty boxing.
You're gonna get eaten alive doing that.
It's gonna look terrible. Go in there, make it really ugly. Hopefully, you land one on the way in. If not, you lose. You're gonna lose anyways.
Yeah. Again, I've been saying it all week. If he lands one clean punch, you can NFT that thing on a GIF and just make millions and live off the glory of, I stole on Floyd Mayweather fair and square.
Correct. Big Brown, they're going to the bullpen here and getting some legends with the name. They got Tyron Woodley. They got Ben Askren before. I mean, does everybody have a price for the $1 Million Man?
Yeah, what's up, Brendan?
How would we get Brendan Schaub in a boxing crossover match?
When are you going to box one of the Paul brothers or whatever?
If it's a Paul brother, I'm making, the amount of money they are, it would get me back into training camp. Yeah. But listen, if you see me fighting Lamar Odom or something, things aren't going well, man. I'm not selling tickets, doing stand-up.
The thick boy merch
folded. It's a bummer when you see these other guys fighting. They have nothing else going on.
So you're out. You're no doubt.
I'm out unless Jake or Logan want to do it.
Let's quickly, before we wrap things up here, let's talk about the Jarrett Hurd fight. We briefly got into it. For the boxing aficionados, they might know a little bit, but BC, set the table a little bit for us. Jarrett Hurd, a guy who was extremely important for the 154 division, held titles, lost it to J-Rock. He did come back, but he's been off for a little while. What are you expecting from that guy?
That's what's interesting, because he's going under a little bit of an identity, not theft, but a changeover here. He was the bully, the boogeyman at 154, walked guys down, won a pair of titles, went in there blood and guts with Arislandi Lara, the fight of the year, and then just at the peak of his stardom, man, he got upset by J-Rock Williams.
In his hometown.
In his hometown, and he's had layoffs. He lost his father over the last year, which was a big part of who he was as a man and a boxer, obviously, and then he came back. And he beat Chio Santana on Showtime. We watched that. But he's trying to be a boxer in that fight under new trainer Kei Kuroma. He does his best business in the trenches. I think Luis Arias, who is a full-size middleweight, been in there with Danny Jacobs, Selechki, guys that, big-time experience, he's going to want to fight. And I think we're going to see the old Jarrett.
Let me ask you guys this. So when the main event is Floyd and Logan, how do you feel about these legit, Hurd legit, man?
Super legit, yeah.
There's 2 legit fights on there.
Yeah.
How do you feel about those going on the same
card? So I'll tell you this. I don't think anyone's figured out the right formula for this. And I think Showtime is trying. Triller tried. Everyone's trying. What's the right balance of legit fight with sideshow? Let's just call it what it is. And so how do you mix the two together in a way that's palatable to a wide enough audience? And the question is, what is the audience? Does the audience want real boxing? Do they just want the fluff? I don't think anyone has a real clear read on how exactly to package it. Tomorrow, my understanding is it will be a little bit, it'll feel like a traditional boxing broadcast, but with some elevated fun. You're going to be Mario Lopez, for example.
I'm on there. I'm a giant Mario Lopez.
A huge Mario Lopez.
So it's not that serious.
We've tried to mix live music with boxing. That sometimes works. A lot of times
But that
it
was just for
doesn't
the
work.
weigh-ins. I don't think there's any live music tomorrow.
Maybe we can mix stand-up comedy. Maybe you can open for Floyd. I mean, that's not a bad gig. That's not a bad gig.
That's not bad. It's going to be a tough crowd.
That's a tough 10 minutes, my guy. That's very hard to do. Still, I wonder.
It's interesting, right? I don't know the.
What do you mean?
Meaning putting real, when you put those legit fights on there.
The question is, how much do you want to see of one versus the other? What does the audience expect?
Correct.
Because, the Logan Paul audience, that's not the Jared Hurd
They're
audience.
not into it.
Not even
They're
close.
not into it.
But can they be converted? Could it be interesting? Like, maybe that's the real boxing you get attached to. You just kind of sort of notice the main event because it's obviously grabbing everyone's attentions, but maybe Jared Hurd does something to...
And we don't want to gloss over the co-feature as well.
Real quickly, though, I just want to say, I just feel like I tend to think that it's good exposure for the, the real dyed-in-the-wool boxers, but I don't think this meaningfully makes boxing more popular. I think it makes this event popular, but I think boxing to get popular, you got to get your Furies and your Wilders,
Correct.
you got to get your Charlos in work, you got to get things like that. Your Canelos.
I'm just sick of the narrative, though, as a boxing guy in my core, that this is, over the top bad for boxing. If it's making a mockery of the sport and the fights are not competitive, it can be, you can argue what it is. But it's a rising tide, picking up all the boats thing. I mean, how do you not see it as that? It brings more eyeballs on the actual sport.
Let's play
that
devil's
can be a
advocate.
runoff effect, creating new fans. I'm not saying you live and die by this. As you always say, Showtime's got a business model,
right?
And then they do fun stuff like this,
That's right.
Under that guise, how many people in your life that aren't boxing fans are talking about this fight this week? I mean, it's out of control.
Well, yeah, I can't remember the last time. Maybe Conor Floyd, since I've been hit up by casuals or family members I've never talked to.
Yeah, that's
asked me about this fight.
Yeah, my dad even asked me about it. He said, "Yeah, I know."
He wants nothing to do with your career.
Dude, you know how good those shout out to BD and the team. Those countdown videos, they're so good.
Yeah, they're amazing.
My mom called me like, I like this Logan kid for this. I'm like, Mom, stop.
Does your mom doesn't know you're boys with him?
She does. She doesn't care.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't care. She really thinks he has a shot. I'm like, man, those videos are really working.
I know.
Man.
I don't have the odds in front of me. I would love to get a sense of where they are today. When we spoke yesterday, Floyd is a favorite, a sizable one, minus 900. But, we and I had discussed, it's like, shouldn't that be like minus 9,000?
It really should.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
The key bet here is not winning or losing. I suspect for the gamblers out there, it's the round. The prop bet on the round is where it's
You're
gonna
doing
go.
a great job selling it, believe me.
Listen, I'm just trying to tell you where it goes.
Yeah, it's a tough sell. Like if as a better, like my boy Todd, who bets all the time, is like, do I just put like, he's a wealthy dude. He's like, put 50 G's on Floyd? I go, no, don't do that. Again, there's the problem.
I told Showtime before they sent me down here, listen, I'm here to have a good time. Listen to Floyd himself. It's entertainment. It's fun. It doesn't go in his record either way, but I'm not going to pretend that Logan Paul's got some amazing chance. He doesn't.
But here's the thing. He is a man. He's got a puncher's chance, whatever you want to label that.
Yeah, but so do you.
Okay. Am I trying to talk you into him? No, but can I transition here? Can I be a professional? When you look at it, though, what would the world's axis would turn upside down? Maybe like people would freeze. Maybe zombies would return out. What would the first freaking 1 hour on social media be like if Logan Paul did the impossible?
I haven't even thought about it.
Neither
That's how. It's a great question. I haven't even thought about it.
What's the last time you watched something that was an insane upset? Any sport, insane upset. I'm trying to think.
I mean, Rousey against Holly Holm had that
was insane.
over and didn't think
that was the one time where I was like jaw dropping, like whoa. That was the last time.
But of course, Holly Holm was a real fighter and was a kickboxing and boxing expert. So that was a completely different scenario.
Joshua, Andy Ruiz, even though that fight was
that's a good one.
That's a good one,
I would say that's the last one because, Joshua, he's this monster, and Ruiz a late placement. You're like, all right, who's this fat Mexican dude?
I know.
And he beats his ass. You're like, whoa, that was pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
it was Chunk from the Goonies, but he certainly did extraordinarily well.
But the difference with all this, and I even talked to someone earlier ago, it's kind of like a Buster Douglas situation. I go, it's not though. It's even bigger than that. The odds should be even more than that.
I know.
Because Buster Douglas is a Philly, like hardcore, grew up in boxing gyms, had hundreds of fights, and then fought Mike Tyson.
That's right.
It's different.
Buster was an underachiever. That's really what happened, and he put it together.
Okay, but he was a high-level professional boxer. Even by the time that him and Mike got together, that's not necessarily Logan's situation.
Well, look, you've been around sports a long time. You're a respected journalist.
Am I?
Logan said this is the biggest upset potential in the history of sports. How do you respond to that?
I don't think that's wrong. I mean, to me, it is utterly implausible that that would happen, if I could just be candid.
And that's why it'd be the biggest of all, by far the biggest of all time.
I struggle to think of a guy who is a rank amateur beats one of the most legendary boxers to ever live. Yeah, that would be up there with the level of, I don't even know.
No, it's never been done. It would be the biggest upset in the history of the world, and it will never be done again.
There's Leonard Ellerby over there.
Yeah. What's up, brother?
There he is. Leonard, smiling ear to ear at all times. Happiest man on earth, right there. He's the best. How long does it go tomorrow? What round? Oh!
Yeah.
He won't give us much.
He wouldn't give us it.
Yeah, he was a big guy. How much bigger when you were there next to them did Logan look?
He was exceptionally bigger. I mean, that's one thing about the fight that's so unique that you think, is sellable. Putting those two next to each other for a face-off. I mean, Logan Paul's ripped. You're going to give him that. I don't care.
He's jacked. I'll give it to him. He's jacked.
He's jacked. He looks phenomenal. Anybody who knows boxing like you guys do, size isn't, especially with a guy who doesn't have his boxing background. Logan Paul could be 300 pounds of pure muscle, and size is not a factor here in any facet.
You know what this feels?
Unless, again, to your point, he throws caution to the wind and lands one, then size might be a factor.
Do you know what this feels like? And if you're a boxing fan, you can just look it up on YouTube. Feels like a little like UFC 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like we have this boxer versus this guy.
He's got one glove on.
One glove. Yeah, he's got maybe he'll come in there Art Jimerson style.
Why is Keith Hackney punching that guy in the groin? Come on.
But don't you feel like it's like, I don't know how else to explain the weirdness in sports without using that as the analog.
100%.
You really can't compare this. There's very little comparison on there. We know that Floyd is so damn calculated. He sees the future. He's got more foils, the potential of Jake, whatever. Do you think Conor is his next big one that he might chase? We asked him about that on the other day at the press conference, and he said, easy.
For Floyd?
Yeah. Is it
100%? Yeah, I think that's just a matter of time happening.
You think so?
I really do.
It would. To what extent does it matter whether Conor wins or loses against Dustin Poirier?
It's kind of like that Nate Diaz trilogy fight. That thing's always going to be there. We're going to get that. You can get Conor versus Floyd again, I would assume.
I'd have to think a loss to Dustin Poirier on July 10th, and their trilogy brings Conor closer to this fold.
I also think you're going to get a Conor Jake Paul.
You think that's what it's building towards?
Mm-hmm.
That might be the.
What do you think about that?
That might be the biggest. I mean, it's hard to say that because Floyd's not in that conversation. Floyd brings bigger numbers than anyone, but that might be the biggest fight you can make in this realm of boxing.
I think Jake Paul Conor beats Floyd versus Conor pay-per-view.
Wow,
that's a bet right there. That's a bet.
That would be. That's a. I will take that
Not
bet.
in money, though. We're going to bet hard-ass boots like above the rim,
especially if Jake is 2-0, say he starches Woodley, then they give him another big guy, starches him, and then Conor comes over.
These are a lot of ifs.
Yeah.
I'm not really.
A little bit.
2 fights.
Yeah, but he's got to do certain things in a very particular kind of way.
It is fun to map out the future pro wrestling style. It's very fun.
I know.
It's very fun.
The pro wrestling has just killed me.
That's the world we're in.
Very quickly, one more time. You did also interview Chad Johnson up there. Now, we have seen him all week. To me, he's looked, I don't want to say not like himself because I don't know him as a person, but the entertainer that we see on SportsCenter in all these years, that's not been the guy here this week. Although this time, he looked to be in tremendous shape.
He's in tremendous shape. I felt confidence, if you're asking me what I felt in the interview. But you have to ask yourself, ahead of the game, playing armchair quarterback ahead of the game, is he respecting the sport too much? Would he have a bigger edge, and only he knows as an athlete, would he come in there with a bigger edge and more confidence if he did the Ocho Cinco stuff, or if he comes in there humble, happy to be here, respecting the game, thank you for having me? We're going to find out, right? I mean, it's 4 rounds to tell us if he's a real fighter or not. Things can go really bad. There's ways to win without winning. But, what was it like to you to fire yourself up? I feel like you got to be a con man as a fighter, right? You got to talk yourself into something.
I think Chad Ochocinco should have sold this more. Him being subdued and kind of this laid-back guy, I know he's in uncharted territories. I hate the matchup from, I don't know who his management team is. For a guy, for his first fight, to fight a guy who decided to do bare knuckle, obviously has a few screw, loose. It's a tough fight for him, man.
Hey, Paige Van Zant's doing bare knuckle, all right? She's good.
I'll refrain from comment.
Thanks. Fighting Ostovich, I will buy that.
Yeah.
Speaking of buying,
for other reasons.
Transitional point.
See that transition there?
let me just sort of remind the audience here. You can go and buy the pay-per-view now. It is a relaxed price point. It is usually for Floyd. I think he said the last time he fought it was $100. This time it's half that, $50, $49.99. You can see the URL down there, sho.com/pay-per-view. You can go ahead and buy now. It'll be a Sunday night attraction. 8 p.m. in the East is when things kick off, and they kick off on the pay-per-view with Chad Ochocinco taking on
Brian Maxwell.
I'm nervous for him.
What are you going to be doing all?
I'm Mario Lopez. I'm a thick Mario Lopez.
Give me an example of what that means.
It means high school wrestler.
I'm gonna turn the chair backwards. Yeah. No, I'll be in a lot of makeup. I'll be in a suit, and then I'll be going around interviewing the celebrities. Then I'll be in the locker room with Logan Paul interviewing him before he walks out.
No Floyd pre-fight interview?
No Floyd. Deuces Mero's doing Floyd.
Oh, okay. All right. That sounds fine.
Now, you hang with a high circle. You got there. You earned it. Is there anybody that you could be Star Trek? What if they say,
yeah.
hey,
Ooh, Tom Brady for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
With Star Trek? Yeah?
The GOAT? I'd be a little nervous.
But no,
I'd be cool, though.
He seems friendly. You know?
Yeah, he does.
Like the guy who was on the boat who was tossing the Lombardi.
Yeah, I want that. Tom
Yeah,
Brady. He's all hammered.
He's like 5 White Claws deep. That's the one you want right there.
Yeah,
right?
then what if he's like, why don't you and I fight, Shaw? I'm like, all right, showtime. And
Yeah, see, you could be talked into it then, couldn't you?
I'm into it,
Yeah,
dog.
you versus Tom Brady?
Yeah, that's a good one. Tom Brady for sure if he's there.
Okay, well, we can't wait to see tomorrow night. It's going to be fun. Wish you the best of luck. Please don't wear an outrageous suit, but not like super outrageous.
Go for it.
The pants are a little outrageous.
Antonio Montana,
Are they,
come on, it's
are
Miami.
They
Come on, bro.
unbelievably tight.
They're pretty tight. They're cropped up. You see some ankles. They got Gucci prints all
They're
over
his
them.
hotel pants, no ballroom. All right,
All right. Well, with that, okay. On that note, we'll probably get fired. One more reminder. Tomorrow night, of course, the fights are not tonight. They will be tomorrow. They'll be here in Miami, Florida. If you would like to buy the pay-per-view one more time, you can see the URL there below on the screen, shoshow.com/pay-per-view. It's 1/2 of the cost of what it normally is to see Floyd Mayweather fight. Of course, it should be. This is a different kind of a thing, but it's a nice, relaxed price point for all the folks out there. Okay? All right. Well, we've really enjoyed you guys tuning in. This has been one hell of a week.
We got Trick Daddy. We had Trick Daddy.
We had Trick Daddy.
He didn't play Trick Love the Kids, though.
He didn't, but I felt like,
Unreal.
you got to grade him on a curve. It's fine. I got what I was looking for out of Trick Daddy.
Don't talk about his figure. Talking about curves.
I said no words about that
he's a legend,
whatsoever.
all right? He's a legend, please.
Trick Daddy's 60.
All right.
The black was as slimming as it could have been. The shirt,
I'm already in trouble with enough famous people this week.
All
Okay,
right.
I don't need.
We got to get out of here. For Brendan Schaub, that's Brian Campbell. I'm Luke Thomas. We thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow at the fights.
Somebody's taking an L, Luke, okay? Somebody's going to come away with big-time bragging rights. We've never seen an event like this before.
Is it going to be mayhem? Is it going to be mystery?
All the jokes and got your head aside, you got to box this man, Floyd Mayweather.
Yes, sir.
Do you brawl him? Do you attack him? How do you make up that
my
difference?
Heart out. Fight my heart out.
Floyd is a career welterweight, but he's fighting a guy who could be 40 to 50 pounds heavier, who's 6 inches taller, the reach is 4 inches longer, the age is 18 years younger.
I don't worry about size, height, arm length, weight. Floyd Mayweather, I'm the best. That's what I do.
I love this. This is me in my element. Like, this is what I came out to Hollywood to do when I started making videos on YouTube.
I'm fighting a YouTuber who thinks he's a real fighter.
It doesn't matter who you are, and it doesn't matter who your opponent is. If they throw a hard enough punch, and if it lands, it counts.
We're going to beat Floyd in his own game.
Anything can happen.
So we'll just see.
Bragging Rights, Sunday, June 6th, live on pay-per-view.
Somebody's taking an L, Luke, okay? Somebody's going to come away with big-time bragging rights. We've never seen an event like this before.
Is it going to be mayhem? Is it going to be mystery?
All the jokes and got your head aside, you got to box this man, Floyd Mayweather.
Yes, sir.
Do you brawl him? Do you attack him? How do you make up that
my
difference?
Heart out. Fight my heart out.
Floyd is a career welterweight, but he's fighting a guy who could be 40 to 50 pounds heavier, who's 6 inches taller. The reach is 4 inches longer. The age is 18 years younger.
I don't worry about size, height, arm length, weight. Floyd Mayweather, I'm the best. This is what I do.
I love this. This is me in my element. Like, this is what I came out to Hollywood to do when I started making videos on YouTube.
I'm fighting a YouTuber who thinks he's a real fighter.
It doesn't matter who you are, and it doesn't matter who your opponent is. If they throw a hard enough punch and if it lands, it counts.
We're going to beat Floyd in his own game.
Anything can happen.
So we'll just see.
Bragging Rights, Sunday, June 6th, live on pay-per-view.
Just to have some fun. You light it up while I'm breaking it down. You gon' knock out by the end of this round. Oh, you got me speechless, girl. I've seen no promoter. You like it what you see. Everything designer, that's on me. That's why the when I walk, looking like you, just trying to. See 100 beams. Floyd private party popping bottles with a London thing. Shout out SL, my boy D's, my bro Rilla. Shout out to Big Bull, cause I don't Pumping in green, they calling me. Pumping in green, they calling me. Pumping in green, they calling me. Yo, look, my shooter, my soldier. Got shot cause I told him. We don't do the posing, just do the exposure. We don't do the most, we just do what we supposed to. Yeah. Chills. Yeah. Chills. Shells, Taco Bells, shells, shells and bells, yeah. Taco Bells, yeah. Waving my strap in the L, what? I waving my strap in the L, what? I waving my strap in the L.
DJ Fahad Hussein.
You know what time it is.
Finish him.
Yeah, you got that. Got that. Yeah. Yeah, babe. Yeah, babe. In the morning on
With my dogs in the night.
You.
With the chickens like Popeye.
Give it up one more time for the Mob House, y'all. Get it one more time for the Mob House. We're going to keep the show moving. We're going to keep ramping it up. We're going to keep ratcheting it up. Coming to the stage right now, another amazing performer. And let me tell you something, y'all. We're going to keep bringing that energy up, though, because we in Miami. It's Saturday. It's a beautiful day. Like, we back outside again, so we need that energy. We got to bring it up right now. Do me a favor. Get on your feet and make some noise right now for the one and only Free. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Miami, how y'all feeling tonight? Oh, yeah. I love the energy in here. Listen, I'm going to start it off like this. All day, I'm thumbing through the money, getting paper cuts. Addy had a breeder. Shawty couldn't wait to pocket watching. Stay from around me because they hate too much. Jumping off a jet, ride a rocket, used to take the bus. Early morning, late nights, waiting up, payments up. Ivy wipe my collar, I'm tapered up, tailored up. Look at my attire, they're afraid of us. They labeled us, red dot, ain't no recording, they yellow tape them up. DJ, let's drop that flawless. Hard Rock Casino. If y'all came out looking flawless tonight, I'm gonna need y'all to turn up with me with this one. I go by the name of Free. I came straight from Toronto to vibe with y'all. So let's vibe.
Shreezy on the beat though. Diamonds on flawless. Big rock. Hunters in the harvest. Tell a nigga cautious. I can put you on knowledge. Everything large. I've been hustling the hardest. Young and I'm exhausted. But my next day frosted. Let's go. Niggas ain't going for none. I'ma get a word of stuff. I've been up early morning. I'ma say the word is gone. Diamonds ain't no facade. Diamonds in my heart tomorrow. My niggas ain't going for none. I'ma get a word is done.
Let's go. Diamonds on flawless. Okay. Hunters in the harvest. Hey, hunters in the harvest. All I wanna being honest. Okay. Niggas know I'm on it. I got the hunters in my harness. Hey, ain't no game, no Atari. No, but I got it so astonished. Whoa, no, I graduated college. Hey, I'm an educated scholar. Shawty, I ain't got no time for your baby girl. Baby, I ain't not a father. Whoa, got the money on my line on the phone, not a time. I just got another offer. Yay, flip-flop Gucci Carter. 1, 2, hey. I just want that and invest. I just want cash on the check. Hundreds all up in my sweat. I just came back from Quebec. What? Honestly, I ain't impressed. Honestly, I must confess. Hundreds all up in my chest. BB's all up in my sweat. Hey, CC all up in the breast. GG on me to protect. Hundreds I want it, no less. I just want second invest. Hard Rock Casino. If y'all feeling flawless tonight, turn up with me.
Diamonds on flawless. Big rock. Hunters in the harvest. Tell a nigga cautious. I can put you on knowledge. Everything large. I've been hustling the hardest. Young and I'm exhausted. But my next day frosted.
Let's go.
My niggas ain't going for none.
Let's go.
I'ma get a word is done. I've been up early morning. I'ma say the word is gone. Diamonds ain't no facade. Diamonds in my heart tomorrow. My niggas ain't going for none. I'ma get a word is done.
Hold on. Listen, y'all looking beautiful today. Y'all looking like you got good energy today. We gonna end this off right here with a Money Team anthem. If y'all know this record, if y'all getting money, if y'all came here to celebrate and have a good time, turn up with me. DJ. Like I said, I go by the name of Free. Straight from Toronto. I came all the way here to mess with y'all. So I'm gonna need y'all to turn up with me, alright? Hey.
The power.
Hey, I've been a man. Yeah. They backing me cause I'm a package man. 4 niggas, 4 straps, matched up in an all black caravan. 100 more like I'm Hurricane. Repeat a bomb like it's Pakistan. Happy shit to make it fit a man. Yeah, I've been a man. Giving go and then I run it in. Ain't no circus, I be juggling. 10 toes, gotta know what I do it for. Every day I'm muzzling. Listen why they stumbling. While I'm underground tunneling. Found the entrance, now I'm coming in. They don't wanna see me coming in. Doing 80 in a 50 zone, then I made a left on Cumberland. OT on 100 games. All these hundreds, they be falling out the sky and the winter to the summer end. Kids don't die, how you mean? Now you know the whole team coming there. Now the whole team coming there. Hey, now they wanna rich. Want a lifestyle dangerous. But we only gon' grow. They be lying, it's the center wouldn't change us. But we always gon' remain us. We gon' never, if y'all know the words to this, Let me hear y'all say money team.
We gon' never ever change up. Money, 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 money team. 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 I'ma put up on another scene. I ain't paying for no other team. Money, 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 money team. Money, 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 money team.
Thank y'all, Hard Rock Casino. Appreciate y'all for having me. I go by the name of FLOYD. That's F-R-I-Y-I-E. Straight for Toronto, it's love.
Girl, the way you moving got me in the trance. DJ, turn me up. Ladies, this your jam. I'ma set my Moscato, and you gon' move them pants. And I'ma throw this money while you do it with no hands. Girl, drop it to the floor. I love the way you put it, girl. All I wanna do is sit back and watch you move it up and see the doggies.
In your jeans, Ken Wale, Ken Roscoe, long hair, she don't care. When she walks, she gets stares. Brown skin or a yellow bone. DJ, this my favorite song, so I'ma make it thunderstorm. Blood, want it, block her, yeah. Flow it, I don't care. Blessings flying everywhere. Got my partner Roscoe, like, bro, gon' drink it, hell. Can't you tell? 270 bands that fit this stat so fucking well. I'm tryna hit the hotel with two girls, that's why.
All right, y'all, check it out. I got a question. Does anybody want to win some free stuff right now? Does anybody want to win free stuff? Check. Does anybody want to win some free stuff right now? Make some noise, y'all. Now, here's the deal. I would have just thrown it out if, you know, you guys were like really vibing and turning it up, but now you got to work for it, all right? So my question to you is this. How many of you guys really know your boxing trivia? If you know your boxing trivia, let me see a hand in the air right now. Okay, all right. How many guys really know your Floyd Mayweather history? If you know your Mayweather history, keep that hand up right now. All right, so here's the deal. My man right here. Oh, this all media? You guys, oh, come on. You guys almost duped me. Wow, you guys almost duped me. You guys almost duped me. So here's good too. Up top. Okay, so can we go over there? We going over there. Hold up a second. How we get over there? Right here? Hey, pump it up a little bit, right? We're going over there. We're gonna go talk to the people and get these prizes out, man. We taking the prizes to the people, man. Let's do this thing. We got that Mayweather Promotions prize pack. We got the hats. This way? Yeah, we can go here. Hold on. Hey, there go Johnny right there. There go Johnny. We can go right here. Yeah, right there. All right, make some more noise then, man. Come on, man. Turn up. Turn up. We're bringing the prizes to the people. For real, for real. Make some noise, y'all. This is the LIT section, right? This is the LIT section? All right, I want to get these prizes away right here. Who knows the Floyd Mayweather history right here? Which one? Right here? My man in the back? This one? All right, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to come out over here. Hold on. I'm going to start with you. We good right here? Why not? All right, my bro, here's the deal. This is for the Mayweather Promotion Prize. No, the Mayweather Sports hat. The TMT pack. Wow. We're going to play a little game called Name That Opponent. All right? You ready? All right. Here's the question. Floyd Mayweather beat this fighter by 4th round knockout in the year 2011. Who was he? By the way, you can help him. You can help him.
Victor Ortiz.
He is correct. It was Victor Ortiz. The LIT section, we got a winner right now, man. What's your name, bro? What's your name? Hey, Joe Hernandez out of Texas, you're a winner, baby. Make some noise for Joe right here, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm not done yet. We got to give away more. What's the next best section over here, man? I gotta hear you. What's the next best section? I'm not gonna lie. I think it's over there, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I think this section right here kind of got it. I'm not gonna. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up? All right. Listen. Right here? Why not? He's already standing up, right? All right, come over here, bro. Come on over here. What's your name, bro? Carlos from where? Where you from? From the Bean. All right, Boston's in the house. You definitely gotta know your sports, right? All right, this question is real easy. And yes, you can help him. And this is for a Mayweather Sports hat, right? All right, so check it out. What is the official event hashtag? There's two of them. Either one, you're a winner. Yo, literally everybody's telling you, literally. What is it? Hashtag bragging rights is correct, baby. We got another winner right now. Carlos, my guy. By the way, what's up, baby? You good? Chilling, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, I'm gonna come back with some more prizes. Where am I gonna go to next? Where am I going to next? Over there? All right. But right now, though, hold up. We're gonna get back to the vibes. We're gonna get back to the music. Hold up, y'all. We're gonna bring out another performance real quick. We're gonna make sure we're getting everything right and keeping it all tight. Yeah. Okay, we're going over here. Big shout out to Cash App presenting the whole bragging rights fight. Mayweather versus Paul. Shout out to Cash App doing it real big. Johnny Nunez in the house. Wow. Yep. Right here, we ready to go? All right, you guys. So, Rod, hold up a second. Everybody, please focus your attention back on the stage because we going up one more time. I know y'all didn't think we were done. We keep bringing that fire, baby. We just getting started. So do me a favor. Help me welcome our next guest performer to the stage. Of course it is Miss Ruby Rose, y'all. Make some noise for Ruby Rose.
What's up, y'all? Let's go, let's go. Yeah.
Hey, Romo, you crazy.
Ay. He in his feelings, he called me to tell me it's over again. He sending money again. Tell me again. He think I'll play him again. If I did it once, I'ma do it again. He coming right over again. Ay. He gotta come again. Ay. He back in his feelings, he calling me just to come tell me it's over again. It ain't easy to leave me, believe me. I'm a hood, motivation just like Jeezy. Make a hood nigga go to church just like Yeezy. Leave a rich, dead broke, bitch, I'm greedy. Yeah, think a bitch in love and then I leave. Yeah, way I break their heart should be illegal. You are not the first one, this the sequel. Yeah, he keep coming back, he on repeat. Yeah, pussy wet as fuck, that shit be dripping. Hey, pussy way too good, I got him tweaking. Hey, hit me up, can I see you this weekend? Hey, on the low, he know that he been in his feelings. I don't give a fuck, I ain't got no feelings. Hit me up like who you been with, been chillin'. Plus, you ain't paying no bills over here, so it's none of your business. He in his feelings, he called me to tell me it's over again. He sending money again. Tell me again. He think I'll play him again. If I did it once, I'ma do it again. He coming right over again. Ay. He gotta come again. Ay. He back in his feelings, he calling me just to come tell me it's over again. It ain't easy to leave me, believe me. I'm a hood, motivation just like Jeezy. Make a hood, go to church just like Yeezy. Leave a rich, dead broke, bitch, I'm greedy. He calling again and went back to back like he got a twin. The key to my heart is writing a check, I might let you in. Ay. I told him to send me my money right now, I'm counting to 10. 1, 2, 10. He gave me both of the pins, ay. Want me to roll with the bins, ay. Nigga be talking about how we gon' close the chapter, but it's open again, ay. He say I'm a jerk, I don't give a fuck about a nigga who hurt. Even when fucking I gotta come first, put him on block, but a nigga gon' work. In his feelings, his feelings, he called me to tell me it's over again. He sending money again. Dummy again. He think gon' play him again. I did it once, I'ma do it again. He coming right over again. He gotta come again. Ay, he back in his feelings, he calling me just to come tell me it's over again. It ain't easy to leave me, believe me. I'm a hood bitch, motivation just like Jeezy. Make a hood nigga go to church just like Geezy. Leave a rich nigga dead broke, bitch, I'm greedy.
Got a big ass mouth. Like that. Face to face with it, can't be beefing through no FaceTime. Cool with all the thugs, since my nigga told me gang signs bad, bad. Just be like, where the fuck your waistline? Body like a porn star, he fucked me like he fresh out. Could've fucked your friend, but I heard he got a big mouth. He want pieces of this pussy by a big house. Big bands, 4 Giadas when I go to pull out. Big raps, know he be upset, I make him pull out. It made me horny when he driving with the stick out. Driving through the hood, showing me he got a stash house. Fuck him good, take that money when he pass out. Ratchet, I keep it classy when he cash out. Lashes, nails done, I be trying to act out. And I got that pussy that's gonna make him leave the trap house. Glowed up, probably make more money than my dad now. I'm in my bag, hurting mad, now they furious. I'm in them cars, it's a fast and the furious. And I'm a fine, I'm a down, period. Why she smiling in my face, bitch, I'm curious. Ain't got no house, I heard she hooping and she loitering. I heard she salty, better chill on all that sodium. Lay back, white toes, hanging out that Maybach. Freak show, Ruby got him twerking on that playback. Free throws, bitches don't be ballin' where I stay at. Come get your nigga, he be chillin' where I lay at. You just be chillin', I be bullin' in that Maybach. They like, damn, Ruby, how the fuck she do that? Belly on petite, rest on stupid fat. Round of applause, he love me when I make it clap. Don't make me have to go and get my shooter back. Don't make me have to show you I get into that. Double off for Ruby Rose and we ain't running that. Slime love, yelling slack when they act outside. Just know that they gon' cap cause my stats up. Back